Welcome back to the Wellness Effect and welcome to our channel. Now, there's only two things left to do: subscribe and hit that notification button. Today in studio, we have Bukhosi Moyo, who's a marketing and SEO expert. Welcome, Bukhosi.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you today. So, what is marketing wellness and why is it important for healthcare providers?
So, marketing wellness is a way of promoting your services without trying to sell to people, but by trying to educate people about your services or your treatments. So, you'd say that most of the time people don't buy when they understand, but they buy mostly when they feel understood. So, when you look at people's problems and you try to provide a solution to that by educating them about how they can get help, it works better than trying to just push an ad in front of their faces. So, marketing wellness is a way of promoting your services by educating people rather than trying to focus on selling.
So, how can healthcare providers create a halo effect around their brand?
There's this concept of becoming a key person of influence. And what that does is that in your area of profession, you try to position yourself as a leader and based on your location and also based on the treatment that you provide. So what you try to do is that in whatever you focus on, you try to make sure that you become the best in your location. And whenever people think about a person that provides or a professional that provides a specific service, they think about you. So the best way you can actually bring in that halo effect in your business is making sure that you educate people about you sort of like promote education more than just selling, and you position yourself as a leader in that specific industry. So that like for instance we have certain people in different locations where if you think about a dentist, there's like a very prominent person that people would know, and they say that he offers really good treatments, even though they could be more on the on the premium side. A lot of people still to go to them because of the services that they provide. So you want to make sure that you position yourself as that kind of key person of influence.
I think that's essential because then you are the go to person when it comes to that particular profession.
Definitely.
And what role does content play in marketing healthcare services?
So content is actually the foundation of your digital of your online presence. And when it comes to healthcare providers, it's important for people to understand what they're getting themselves into before they even engage with you. And the best way to do that is making sure that you've got some kind of online presence, which can be your social media profile or also like a website, and you've got some kind of blog and you post blogs and you also post maybe even video and pictures as well. So content plays a huge role in healthcare marketing because most people want to understand what they're getting themselves into before they even come to the practice, or they even call, or they even give you a call. So if you actually create content that focuses on educating people about different treatments or different services that you provide, it makes it easy for people to trust you and position you as a leader in the things that in the services that you provide.
So, why is a patient centered approach effective for healthcare marketing?
A patient-centered approach is very effective because you are not just trying to provide treatment or services based on the way you understand them. You're actually trying to provide a solution based on people's problems. Most of the time, people buy when they feel understood, not when they understand. So you want to make sure that you create a solution for real people and not just create it based on how you understand it.
So, how does Cymex Digital help healthcare providers become key figures of influence in their space?
The way we do it is there's a lot of factors that come into play when you're trying to make someone become a key person of influence, specifically in the healthcare industry. So the best way we would do it is we would look at like the geographic, the way people are located or where healthcare providers are located, and the way we do it is very unique, and we do it in a way that allows us to be able to get someone to be like get maybe one person or one dentist to become a key person of influence in one area. And how we specifically do that is we only work with one person within a 10-kilometer radius. Like specifically, let's say in Pretoria, would work only with one dentist. In Midrand, would work with one dentist. And what we'll do is that we'll try to put you in a place where you become the key person of influence. And whenever people search for you online, you actually appear in a place where people can easily find you. And whatever treatments that you're providing, most people are actually going to find you in that place, and they're going to click on you, and they're going to end up giving you a call or end up requesting for the service. And also, we make the process of making sure that people can get services quicker a little bit easier. Most of the time, people just put like contact forms on their website and they put phone numbers, but that's limited to time. in a way that when you operate from 8 to 5, people can only get help from that time. But we actually put systems in place on your website that can actually help people to actually engage with you 24/7. We build chatbots that can help people to easily communicate with sort of like a never tiring sales agent, which can be a bot on your website. But also, we actually put booking systems that people can just book directly and get notifications right away without having to call or without having to submit a form. But also, the most important thing is making sure that we educate the healthcare providers and making sure that they understand that as much as they've spent so much time uh, um, perfecting their craft, they also need to be a people person in a way. They also need to be able to understand how people work, and also sort of like as much as they in a high level, they also need to make sure that they match different people's kind of levels and be able to provide treatments in a way that everyone can understand. So the way we would actually make them key people of influence is making sure that they also are following industry trends. Like you see that on social media, there's different trends that are coming up, and would actually educate them about getting into that trend, and also creating videos and answering different questions for clients, and making sure that they provide value as much as possible, which can also be in written form and also in video form, and sometimes also in podcast form as well.
And what advice would you give healthcare providers when it comes to connecting with their patients online?
The advice I would give is that as much as you're a dentist, there's that kind of professional look that's given to dentists most of the time. And I think most of those healthcare providers, I think they need to shake it off and try to also, match people at their different levels to make sure that they can actually accommodate more people. I don't think you can always accommodate everyone, but I think you can also accommodate more people by trying to make sure that you are, most of the time, if you look at, there's a lot of old school doctors, and a lot of people are now, going into this new like celebrity dentists because they understand them better, and they feel understood by those people. So as a healthcare provider, you need to push yourself in a position where people can easily engage with you, and where they can also easily share their problems so that you can provide a solution.
Thank you so much, Bukhosi, for such an engaging conversation and for giving us practical handles on how to market services in the healthcare space.
Thank you for having me. It was nice talking to you.
It's a pleasure. And thank you for watching. All previous and upcoming episodes of The Wellness Effect are available to you here. So make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. See you next time. BankMed, the medical scheme of choice for the financial services industry. The Wellness Effect is proudly brought to you by BankMed, yours in good health.